Hi students, how are you? I hope each one among you are doing great and well. Welcome to Supnet's classes. This is Rahmat Latif, your biology educator. In this video, we are going to learn some basics of sexual reproduction in flowering plants. So without wasting any time, let's get started. First of all, please try to understand flowering plants are angiosperms. What I said? I said flowering plants, they are angiosperms. Flowering plants are angiosperms. What do we mean that flowering plants are angiosperms? Flowering plants are higher plants. We know only higher plants show, mostly, I can say mostly flowering plants are those plants, they are higher plants. They show flowering. Only higher plants mostly they show flowering. Okay. So flowering plants are angiosperms. And we know angiosperms show sexual reproduction. They don't show asexual reproduction or any kind of other reproduction. They only show sexual reproduction, right? Very nice. Angiosperms show sexual reproduction. That means in flowering plants, we have only sexual reproduction. As the chapter itself says, sexual reproduction in flowering plants. No vegetative reproduction, okay? Only sexual reproduction. Basically they have different structures, male and female structure. We are going to discuss that, but first of all, please remember that flowering plants, they are angiosperms and they show which type of reproduction. They show sexual reproduction. Okay. And as we know, flowers, we just use flowers, for ornamental purpose, in order to keep the surroundings, in order to maintain the surroundings, in order to make them attractive, make our surrounding attractive, make our homes attractive. We just use flowers for that purpose. Besides this, we use flowers for religious purposes. They are used for cultural value. They are used in order to express, feelings, express emotions like happiness, grief, mourning. Okay. And please remember that for scientists, flowers are the only sites where sexual reproduction took place. Okay. First of all, they are morphological sites. They are they have a definite structure. Their morphology is well defined. So flowers are the morphological sites where sexual reproduction took place. And we study flowers under which category? We study flowers under which category? Under floriculture. Please remember. Okay. I'll write it down. We study about flowers in which branch? Floriculture. Okay. I hope this concept is clear. Floriculture, it's that branch which deals with flowers. I'll write it down. It's that branch, and it's the branch of horticulture. Horticulture means which deals with plants and all. Botanist वगैरह जिसके साथ डील करते हैं. It's that branch of horticulture which deals with flowers. I hope this concept of floriculture is also clear. And who was the father of floriculture? It's Mario. How will you remember this Mario? As many of you might know, there were a game namely Mario. So you will remember this by that. Okay. Mario is the father of floriculture. It may come as MCQ or 1 mark question. Okay. So please remember this. I'll write it down. Who is the father of floriculture? It's Mario. Mario. Okay, please remember. Okay, I think we are done with first first slide. I'll just revise it once again. Please remember first concept that you should have, that all flowering plants show sexual reproduction. All flowering plants show sexual reproduction because inside flowers we have male reproductive structure and female. That may be in same flower or in different flowers. We will, learn that in our upcoming sessions. But here, please remember flowers contain reproductive structures, either male or female or both. Okay. And please remember, flowering plants are angiosperms. That's why they show sexual reproduction. Okay. Moreover, flowering plants, they show, flowering plants, they are objects. They are objects which are used for ornamental purpose, for aesthetic purpose, in order to keep our surroundings, in order to make our surroundings look attractive. Okay. Moreover, they are very important in order to express human feelings, like in order to express grief, in order to express love, in order to express affection, okay, towards someone. Moreover, floriculture is that branch of floriculture is that branch of horticulture which deals with only flowers. Okay, and who was the father of floriculture? It was Mario. Please remember. Okay, we are done with first slide. We will move towards. I'll show you now the structure of female reproductive structure, then male reproductive structure. Or first we will see male reproductive structure, then female reproductive structure. See, it's male reproductive structure. How it look like? See how. It's like this, and here we have like this, this, and this. Okay. This long stalk is known as filament. What? This long stalk is known as filament. Please remember, this long stalk is known as filament, and the structure here is known as anther, in which male gametophytes pollens are formed. Please don't get confused. I'm going to discuss each and every term, what male gametophytes are, where they are formed, how they are formed. So please don't get confused. It's the long stalk is known as filament. Okay, and the terminal bilobed structure is known as anther. Look, it's bilobed. It has two lobes. One and two. Upper wala, above, one, and downwards. Bilobe, two lobes. Okay, that's why it's known as bilobed. That's why we say anther, they are bilobed. Okay, please remember this concept. And the whole structure, anther and filament together forms stamen. Anther and filament together form stamen. Anther and filament together forms what? They form stamen. Please remember, anther and filament, they together form stamen. I hope this concept of male reproductive structure is clear. These are basically parts of flower. Anther is clear, filament is clear, right? Now we will see the male reproductive structure is known as androecium. I'll clear it and will tell you. Male reproductive structure is known as androecium. Please remember, male reproductive structure is known as androecium. Okay, I hope this concept of androecium is clear. Now we will see female reproductive structure. Okay, let's see female reproductive structure. Male reproductive structure is known as androecium, and female reproductive structure is known as gynoecium. Female reproductive structure is known as gynoecium. How will you remember this term? Look, females usually went to gynecologists. Okay, So the structure associated with females is known as gynoecium. It's just a trick, no, logic behind this. It's just a simple trick in order to remember which is male reproductive structure and which is female reproductive structure. Female reproductive structure is gynoecium, male reproductive structure is androecium. Please remember this concept. How it look like, I'll show you. It's like this. It's like this. Here it's stigma, upper portion where pollens will get stick. It's known as stigma. I'll tell you in our upcoming sessions how they got stick, how they are formed, okay? And after stigma, we have a long slender portion which is known as style. And finally, we have bulged portion like this. It's known as ovary, and inside ovary we have ovule, okay? It's ovary, and inside ovary we have ovule, okay? Please remember. And the whole structure is known as pistil, and female reproductive structure is known as gynoecium. The style, stigma, ovary, they form pistil, and in general reproductive structure is known as gynoecium. Please remember this concept, okay? I hope this concept is clear. Now here it's a important concept. Look, what is that? In female reproductive structure we have ovary right here, right? And then we have ovule inside ovary. The fruits you ate are nothing but the ovary, okay? The ovary you eat is nothing but the ovary you eat is nothing but the fruit you eat is nothing but ovary. Ovary after fertilization gets converted into fruit which we eat, okay? And inside ovary we have ovule, small structures ovule. These ovules get converted into seeds after fertilization. I hope this concept of ovary and ovule is clear. Ovary gets converted into fruit, ovule gets converted into seed. I am repeating, ovary gets converted into fruit, ovule gets converted into seed. After which process? After fertilization. I hope this concept of female reproductive structure is clear. Now we will see some parts of flowers. We will see some parts of flowers. Parts of flowers. See, say for example, flower is like this. This is the stalk on which flower lies. This is the, part of the flower. Okay, sorry, I'm erasing it as it's becoming, you know, too small in structure. I'll make it again. This is the this is the that structure on which flower lies, that green color structure. Then after this, let me find green color. Here it is. We have some structure like this, right? Like this and this, okay? Then we have colored structure. We will make this by this color. We have colored structure of flower, right? Like this. This portion, this colored portion, please remember this colored portion, they are colored portions. Say for example, in rose we have this red color, in sunflower we have yellow color, colored portion, right? That colored portion is known as petals. And this portion, this green colored portion which we have downwards to okay, that is known as sepals, okay? And inside this structure we have male reproductive structure and female reproductive structure. We either have male reproductive structure or we have female reproductive structure like this. Say for example, this is female I will make both the structures in the same flower, okay, like this. Here we have one more structure. Here we have one more structure. I'll make it by blue color. Here we have one more structure on which ovary lies, okay? On which ovary lies. That structure is known as thalamus, okay? This structure is known as thalamus, and I'll draw here. Let me draw here stamen as well, male reproductive structure as well, like this and this, okay? I'm again repeating, this portion is known as stigma, this is known as style, and this structure is known as ovary. Okay, this bilobed structure is known as anther, and this stalk is known as filament. Okay, and the ovary is situated above the thalamus like this. This is thalamus, and the structure ovary is situated like this, and stamen, another stamen we have associated with thalamus only. I hope this concept is clear. And the flower, which contains both male reproductive structure and female reproductive structure, is known as bisexual flower. What? This flower is bisexual flower. How will you remember this? Bi means two. Sexual means it contains sex, either male and female. Here it contains both male structure and female structure. That's why it's known as bisexual flower. It means it's having both the sexes inside it, male bee and female bee. Okay. Then in its contrasting, we have one flower known as unisexual flower. Which flower? Unisexual flower. This is the flower having only one structure inside, either male or female. Okay, I hope this concept of unisexual and bisexual is clear. Moreover, I will let you know that unisexual, another name of unisexual is dioecious. Why dioecious? Di means two, but here we have only one structure, either male or female. Then why we are calling it dioecious? I mean, by dioecious, I mean that the sexes, the male or female, they are found in two different flowers. That's why it's known as dioecious. Otherwise, it is unisexual. It's only having the flower is only having one reproductive structure, either male or female. Moreover, another name of bisexual flower is monoecious. Why monoecious? Because bisexual, it means that the flower is having both the sexes, male and female. But in contrasting, I am saying that its another name is monoecious. Mono means one. That then why I am saying it's monoecious? Monoecious means one. That means they are found in one flower. Both the sexes are formed in same flower. I hope this concept is clear. Okay. Okay, I told you this is known as petals, sepals. Okay, we are done with parts of flowers. Stigma clear, style clear, anther clear, filament clear, ovary clear, petal clear, sepal clear, thalamus clear. Okay, we are done with all this. Now please remember that we have two parts of flowers. That is androecium, which contains stamens, means male reproductive structure, and gynoecium, which contains pistil, and another name of pistil is carpel. Here, another name of pistil is carpel, which are the organs for sexual reproduction. Okay, I hope this concept of this was basic introduction of flower, how flower looks like, what are the parts of flower. Okay, what are the parts of flower, how does which parts does flower contain, and all. I hope this concept is clear. I Moreover, in this session I discussed what unisexual flower is, what bisexual flower is, what is the another name of unisexual flower, and what is the another name of bisexual flower. Okay, I hope this concept is clear. We'll meet in another such session. Till then, goodbye, take care.